Welcome to the Sports Car Driving Association Quick Start Guide. In this video, getting the most from a day at the racetrack. Remember to arrive early and follow the process to begin the day right. At sign-in, all drivers will get a handy schedule for the day. The SCDA sticks to the public schedule closely. Any changes will be announced over the PA. Cars should be prepared prior to the event, not the morning of, because the action begins after the drivers' meeting. Drivers' meetings are important and may be held outdoors or virtually. For the first sessions, line up in staging 15 minutes early. Throughout the day, classroom training will be provided to all drivers in every experience level. When the action begins, drivers should watch their schedule to be on time for their run group. And don't forget to check out some of the great SCDA merchandise and find out about multi-event discounts. The 3 golden rules at the racetrack pertain to the safety flags, pit lane rules, and the passing protocol. Beginning with the safety flags. All tracks that the SCDA visits use the same means of communicating to the driver. Take 15 seconds to review the language of the track. Knowing the flags is the first requirement for getting out on the racetrack. Back up the video if needed. A pit lane protocol is equally important. Keep speeds down and wait for direction from the pit workers. When exiting the pit lane onto the track, drivers should assume a car at top speed is coming from behind and not cross the track to get on the driving line. Every track has a blend line exiting the pit lane. Never cross the blend line or cross the track until the first turn. When re-entering the pit lane from the track, it is most important to let the drivers nearby know your intentions. A closed fist out the window a few turns early is a universal practice. Begin to reduce speed, and when reaching the last turn, stay to the pit lane side of the track and do not track out. The SCDA is not a racing school, and passing is the fundamental difference. Passing at SCDA events require a point by. A point by is the gesture of reaching clearly out the window and pointing to the side you wish to be passed on. Each car that wants to pass must receive their own point by, and are not required to pass if not comfortable. There's no passing in the turns, even with the point by. All passing requires a point by from the car being passed, and there's no passing in the turns. Remember, some cars are quicker in the turns, but slower on the straights. If needed, give a slight lift off the throttle, do not brake, and do not race the car into the next turn. Drivers should check their mirrors at several places on the track. If there's a car behind, safely give a point by in designated passing zones. And if you are waiting for a point by for a lap, drive through the pit lane and our staff will locate a gap in traffic. The SCDA is adjusting its novice instruction process for modern times, which require modern solutions. The proven lead-shadow process involves small teams of 2 or 3 novices with an instructor leading the team. This technique lets drivers see the proper line and follow from the beginning. Instructors will also use car-to-car radio to facilitate learning. Each driver will have opportunities to shadow the instructor by following directly behind every few laps. The instructor will bring the team into pit lane periodically for a few notes or adjust team spacing. The process is simple. The instructor will signal by radio and/or hand signals for the cycle to begin, and the last driver in line will pull out to pass. The drivers being passed will give a point by as they allowed the new lead car to pass. The new leader will file in behind the instructor. This process will happen at least once per lap. Finally, a reminder, come to the track prepared with fuel, supplies, and safety gear. The SCDA sticks to the schedule closely. Be early to each classroom or on-track session. As always, the friendly SCDA staff is here to support every driver. Need help? Simply talk to a pit lane staff, sign-in desk personnel, or an instructor. Your feedback is important. Please fill out the post-event survey. Thank you for completing the Quick Start Guide series. Check scda1.com frequently for more resources and review the videos. And don't forget the frequently asked questions section of scda1.com. Thank you for being part of the SCDA family, and have a great day at the racetrack.